What's up, everybody? Welcome to Local Flavours. My name's Ben Haggar, and in the next 2 episodes we're going to be road tripping across northern BC, checking out the best riding that Highway 16 has to offer. It feels kind of strange to be calling this area northern BC because geographically we're only halfway up the province. But BC is absolutely gigantic, and the only way to really appreciate the scale and diversity of the province is to drive across it from the coast mountains, through the interior plateau, and over to the Rockies. We're going to be kicking things off deep in the coast mountains here in Terrace. Terrace has a similar feeling to Squamish 20 years ago, a resource town based around logging and industry set in incredible surroundings. There's a big artist community here, which is apparent with the huge murals all over town, and there's an ever-growing number of folks moving here for the endless recreation opportunities. Terrace has a pretty young trail network, with the first bike-specific trails built here in 2006. But there's a fast-growing number of trails fueled by passionate volunteers led by the local trail organization, Torca. The main riding area is Terrace Mountain, which is right in town, with 2 primary access points. You've also got Copper Mountain, which is a few minutes out of town for more rugged shuttle-style trails, a brand new paved pump track, and even some alpine riding up at Maroon Mountain a little bit further north. Okay, so just at the top of Shangri-La here in beautiful Terrace. It was about an hour, 45-minute-ish pedal up on the Steinhoe Ridge Trail. Started at the Spring Creek side and then branched out onto Lichen Loop. One thing I love about a trail like Shangri-La is the fact that whether you're an intermediate rider or advanced, whether you're having like a super sendy day or a little bit of an off day, it's kind of a choose your own adventure because all the drops, all the jumps, they've got ride-arounds, and the trail's just as much fun if you're just doing the rock slabs and the berm corners. So enough of me talking, let's go ride this thing. Okay, dropping into Shangri-La. Here we go, nice rock slabs. Little gap off the start. Some beautiful corners. The first rock slab section. It's a little bit greasy with a bit of rain lately. Nice and grippy though. Second rock slab section. Woo, nice run out. Good little jump. Fast downhill. Nice corners. Fun jumps. Really fast corners. Good little bench section. Nice drainage on the trail. Probably a good idea for a town that gets around 50 inches of rain per year. Into a steeper rock slab here. Little jump at the bottom. Little gaps and step ups. So much fun. Nice step down into a little tech section. Little rock drop. Out onto the finger. Ooh. Oh, this trail flows together beautifully. Finding the perfect line down this section of ridge. Lots of optional features. I'm going to choose the drop line, which goes into a nice steep slab. Woo! So there's ride-arounds on every feature here, which is kind of nice. Beautiful slab here. Getting out on a nice whaleback feature. Out in the sun. Oh, it's absolutely spectacular. Just a granite playground. Another rock slab feature. Kind of want to let it go for this last jump here. Woo! Yeah, that was Shangri-La. Heading east on Highway 16, Smithers is next on our hit list. The route follows the Skeena River for most of our 3-hour journey. Along the way, we checked out some local Wet'suwet'en First Nations fishing for salmon. Okay, hanging out here in beautiful downtown Smithers. It's got kind of Bavarian ski town vibe to it, but it's also been described to me recently as the East Vancouver of northern BC. So it's not to say that it's full of like hipsters and beard oil shops. It's more that everybody in Smithers really takes pride in making everything look really, really good. So that goes from downtown, the shops, all the way to the bike trails. So the main riding area in Smithers is the Bluff, and it's literally right back here, just in behind town. It's a site of where the first mountain bike trails were put in Smithers, and it's a great mix of both blue and black, tech and flow, kind of as gnarly as you want to get, or just have a cruisy ride. Double lap. Managed to find a little break in the weather here today to sneak out for a second lap. Earlier today, Dave Percy was kind enough to show me around. So we checked out a bunch of trails in the Bluff today. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty slick and wet on the steeper bits and the rooty sections. So this was a really good option for a day like today after it's been raining for a few days here. Just finding a trail that drains really well and you're not gonna mess up too much riding it in wet weather. Okay, dropping into Hucken A here. Super fast, flowy, awesome descent. Perfect for rainy days like today. Trail drains pretty well. And it's a good option here. Oh, gotta pop for those doubles. Still a bit slick. Rode this earlier today with local legend Dave Percy. He's kind enough to show me around some of the trails here. It's built by himself. Other guy Brian, who does a lot of the trail work in town here, and Chuck. Amazingly, it's all hand built. There's some beautiful corners and just a really fast, ripping descent. Just that perfect grade, not too steep. Nice tables. Ooh, little stump drops. A few different options coming up here if you're feeling nice and sandy. You can head to the right. We call that the rock drop. Woo. And left up here, a little bit easier ride around. Wood's a bit wet today, so I'm gonna take the ride around. Oh, nice diversity of forest in here. Beautiful rippable corners. Tech section that sneaks up on you there pretty quick. And then you can have options here. I took the left line. You can creep into this rock drop here. Into the aspens here. They've targeted this amazing gully feature. Super fun. Nice jumps. Big sweeping corners. Woo, that's a little bit slippery going up there. Nice corners. Just lean into those hard as you want. Fun little jumps to finish it off.
After a quick coffee stop and restocking on some mandatory supplies, we hit the road for a quick 2-hour drive to Burns Lake. The mountains begin to flatten out as we leave the Coast Range in place of farms and lakes which dominate the landscape here on the interior plateau.
Burns Lake has a great story behind it. When the locals first proposed the idea to turn the town into a biking mecca, they were basically laughed off and said, yeah, when pigs can fly. So in 2009, when the actual grant money started to roll in, they had to name their signature trail When Pigs Could Fly.
Only 10 years later, there's 48 trails totaling 85 kilometers.
The main riding here is at Boer Mountain. The cycling community is kind of taking that on as Boer Mountain now, hence the hog-centric theme to all the trail names. You've got everything from longer epics like Razorback, which is a 30-kilometer perimeter loop of all mountain cross-country. You've got When Pigs Fly, which is flowy downhill, lots of jumps and berms, easy for any skill level. And then you've got their newest showcase trail, which is Hogzilla. It's basically northern BC's equivalent to A-Line, but it's 5K long. All right, so up here on Boer Mountain, I'm here with Pat from Ride Burns here, and we just did an amazing lap. It's there's so much to ride up here that you can't just do it all in one lap. There's not just one trail. So what do you call it, pulled pork?
Yeah, it's a route. Pulled pork is what we call it. It's actually a combination of a variety of trails from the top. We start off with PIGASUS, which gives us some new school single track. It leads right into a Fat Dad's Reroute, which connects down to Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is our main track for downhill in the Big Pig. We cross over the road, we get to a 1 kilometer boardwalk called Waterloo. Thank you, Lou, for that trail. And then we drop into Fire Crew. That was the IA and the unit crew carving that one out by Pulaski's. It leads to When Pigs Fly, a little piece of When Pigs Fly. Dropping into SWOOPY Hollow. From SWOOPY Hollow, we cross over to PT Cruiser so we can hit a lap on the wall ride and finish it off and have a beer.
Beauty bit of fresh trail. One whole kilometer of pure woodwork. Seems like a monumental task. Definitely want to do this in the dry. Flat. Dropping into SWOOPY Hollow here. Amazing corners through this gully section. You can just let it go. These walls hold you in perfectly. Nice jumps out. For this lower section, super fast. Step up into some loose corners, little step down. Definitely great to practice your flat cornering on. Yeah! Nice one.
Well, that was awesome. A little note that all the trails we've been riding here are volunteer maintained and built, so I encourage anyone who's traveling here to donate to the local trail crews by buying a membership at one of the bike shops or using Trail Karma on Trail Forks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you right back here for episode 2.